In this video, we're going to determine the wavelength of monochromatic light using a laser. Our apparatus consists of a helium neon laser, a diffraction grating with 600 lines per millimeter, and 2 meter sticks for measurements. To determine the wavelength of the laser, we will use a diffraction grating formula. D in this formula is the grating constant. It's equal to the width of one line and one slit on our grating. Our diffraction grating has 600 lines in 1 millimeter. There's actually 600 lines ruled in 1 millimeter of space on the grating. So to calculate the value of D, it's just 1 millimeter divided by 600. Or I usually change to meters at this stage, so it's 1 by 10 to the minus 3 meters divided by 600, which is equal to 1.67 by 10 to the minus 6 meters. In our experiment, our laser beam will strike our diffraction grating and form a diffraction pattern. The 0th order, 1st orders, and possibly higher orders will be clearly visible. As you can see, a right angle triangle is made up between the 0th order, the diffraction grating, and the 1st order. This is our value theta. To determine a value for theta, we can measure the distance from the 0th order to the 1st order, x. We can measure the distance from the diffraction grating to our diffraction pattern, d. And then use inverse tan of x over d to solve for theta, the angle of diffraction. The first part of the experiment is to set up our meter stick against the wall. This will allow us to measure the distance between the orders in our diffraction pattern. We can then begin to align our laser carefully. We should try to aim the spot of the laser at the center of the meter stick at 50 centimeters. Now we can introduce our diffraction grating. As you can see, the 0 order is still visible at the center of our meter stick at 50 centimeters. We can also see the 1st and 2nd orders on the left-hand side, as well as the 1st and 2nd orders on the right-hand side. We can now measure the distances between the orders on both sides. Finally, we can measure the value for D, the distance from the diffraction grating to the ruler. So just a note on measuring x and d. Our aim is to get a value for theta. As I said previously, if we measure x and d, we can solve for our angle. But we can make our measurements more accurate by measuring a second value of x, using the 1st order on the right-hand side. We can then use this average value of x to solve for theta. Once we've completed our measurements, we can then adjust the position of the diffraction grating to change the value of d. As you can see, this changes the spacing between the orders. This will allow us to calculate a new value for the wavelength of monochromatic light. So here's our experimental data. The average values of x were calculated for distances ranging from 10 centimeters to 40 centimeters in steps of 5 centimeters. Here's the table of our experimental measurements. All of our data was taken for the 1st order, and the grating constant was the same for each measurement. We can now use our values of x and d to calculate the corresponding angles theta. All of our angles look similar, so we're on the right track. We can now use the diffraction grating formula to calculate values for lambda. The average value of lambda was found to be 637.3 nanometers. During our experimental measurements, we could also have measured the distance from the 0 order to the 2nd order. Using the grating formula, we could also determine a value for the wavelength of light. The only difference is that this time n equals 2, so our wavelength lambda is equal to d sine theta divided by 2. This table shows all the data recorded for measurements using the 2nd order. As you can see, the final values of lambda are similar to the values we had for our 1st order measurements. The average value of lambda was found to be 636.7 nanometers. This last table shows all of our experimental results combined. Our average value for the wavelength of the laser was 637 nanometers. And that's how we measure the wavelength of monochromatic light. The actual wavelength of this laser is 633 nanometers, so our values were quite close. For more videos of experiments and for information about our course, please check out the Physics and Instrumentation playlist on the ATU YouTube channel. And please like our videos so we know if we should keep making more of them.